Happy Friday, everyone. We've made it to the end of week 6 of Chamber Chat, and I decided to put on a tie today. So we're getting a little professional, not casual Friday. We'll go professional Friday. And we're joined today by Autumn, Director of Development with Child Health Investment Partnership of the Roanoke Valley, or as most people know it as CHIP of the Roanoke Valley. Autumn, good morning. Great to see you. Thanks for joining us the other day on Coffee and Contacts, and here we are again for Chamber Chat. So how are you? How's everything going with the CHIP staff, and how you guys holding up?
Yeah, well, happy Friday. It looks like it's going to be a beautiful day and a beautiful weekend. We are staying busy at the office. So while we are not all physically in the office, we are still performing all of our services. We've just moved to providing services virtually for the most part.
It's great. And I think like all of us, we've all adjusted and figured out new ways and new technology to learn and new things to just figure out how to use and how to work together and communicate better with each other. So glad to hear everybody is healthy and well, that's most important. So we wanted to talk about a few things. We just chatted before we started recording on there's so many different programs, events, initiatives that you guys do 365 days a year. And because of, the current situation, you've had to kind of, I'll say, invest in some different initiatives while still doing your same ones. And really just in the virtual realm, you mentioned that you're still doing everything. It's just in a different setting. So wanted to hit on a few things. You mentioned the Thursday kind of food pickup, and you kind of explain that program. And you mentioned you guys are pretty much serving 150 families a week, which is great. So talk about that and the meal kits and kind of how that has evolved.
Right. So we are part of the community initiative Takeout Hunger. And so what that means is that we have been paired with Frank's Italian Restaurant, and every Thursday, Frank's generously brings at least 150 hot meals to our site, and we have families that come and pick up the food. And for families that don't have transportation, we're able to deliver that to their homes. And so yesterday, our families were able to partake of delicious pizza and calzones, and it was really a bright point for many families. Just that one small act of kindness kind of gives people that hope and encouragement that we're all going to get through this together. And so in addition to doing that on Thursdays, we are also making deliveries to over 100 families per week. So we're taking out diapers, food bags that could feed a family for an entire week, educational activities. We know that kiddos are getting bored, school's starting to go into summer, so we want to keep those minds learning. So we're still providing books. We're taking STEAM kits so they can learn how to build a volcano. Remember doing that back in the day? And edible Play-Doh from Kid Square. Our friends at Kids Soar are providing books and learning activities as well. And Boys and Girls Club is actually taking the kit to the homes. So they are providing these really neat drawstring bags with club kit activities to keep them busy.
That's great. I love to hear all this, and you hit on the point, before we started recording, of all the different community partners that are involved in this. And while that always happens, and this area and this region has great community partners and just great cohesiveness as a whole, we're seeing a lot of just come togetherness, and this is just a prime example of that. And I'm so glad to hear that. And a great segue into one of the initiatives that you guys are really into in general with school readiness, and how you're the lead agency for the United Way for the Early Learner Collaborative, and how that ties into educational kits and the STEAM kits. And can you explain that a little bit more, and how you've had to adjust that program? And you've already mentioned a little bit with the community partners and those different folks dropping off kits to houses. If there's anything else you wanted to add on that.
Sure. So we, if COVID were not currently happening, we would have several families, CHIP families, that would be enjoying after school or summer programs at Boys and Girls Club or Kids Soar, West End Center. But with COVID, they're not able to enjoy those, fun after school activities. So we are taking those to each child's home. We still want to promote learning during this whole thing. So every child, regardless of whether they're a newborn all the way up through first grade is getting a book. We do that every single month. We really promote literacy for the entire family. We are helping kids learn through play. So we're providing STEAM activity kits, and, lots of fun learning things, continuing the, use of scissors and coloring and just keeping those little minds busy.
Yeah, that's fantastic. And we chatted a couple weeks ago with the Roanoke Regional Home Builders Association, and they were doing a Lego contest. And I'll say this to you as I said to her, I wish I was eligible to participate because the Lego contest would have been cool. And the STEAM kits, I vividly remember doing those, growing up in school, and selfishly, I kind of want to do it again. So with the free time we have, so so great to hear that just all the ways that you guys are adjusting and continuing to work with the families in the community. I love to hear that, and I know the community appreciates that, and everything you do is just so, you're just contributing in ways that are appreciated more than I think that you all know, and I think we all know, and that's great. So for folks to learn more, I kind of have your website up on my screen next to me. So for folks to learn more about CHIP of the Roanoke Valley, tell us how they can learn more, and there's a lot of resources on your page right now.
Right. So you can check us out on our website, chiprv.org, or come find us on Facebook. Facebook has a lot of, current, I like to do a Feel Good Friday story so that our community sees the good that they're making. There's so many families that are in need right now, and together we are all making a huge difference.
That's fantastic. So chiprv.org, it'll be on the bottom of your screen as we speak right now, and also on Facebook. I love the Feel Good Friday. That's why we're doing these chamber chats. We want to talk positive, especially as we're starting to see some adjustments in restrictions being lifted, and we just encourage everybody to continue to be safe. But we want to continue to spread the positive things that are going to continue to happen as we kind of progress through all this. So Autumn, wow, thank you so much. This has been a great chamber chat. And we really appreciate all you're doing and your continued support of the chamber and joining us this morning. And we'll look forward to we'll be doing another Coffee and Contacts virtually next month. So we hope you join us.
Yes.
And either way, we'll look forward to seeing you in person rather than later. So thanks for joining us. Stay safe, stay healthy. And folks, that wraps up week 6 of Chamber Chat. Amazing that we've gotten through 6 weeks of this. We're going to keep them rolling. Week 7 starts on Monday. Make it a great, safe, and enjoy the sun, enjoy the weather this weekend. Take care.